We basically shut our doors down on March 16th. And so it's been 4 months. What we had to do is we basically, in order for us to reopen, we had to sort of reinvent what a children's museum experience is like, because for many years we have prided ourselves in being a very hands-on museum. And of course, hands-on, it's not the thing you want to be right now. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to continue to provide families with the same type of experience and reducing the hands-on components. What we did instead is we sort of created this epic adventure scavenger hunt that sort of takes you through the entire gallery, through the entire museum on a one-way path. So that way you can remain physically distanced from families, and then you get your own epic adventure pack. And that way you can still enjoy the museum while keeping social distance. But then we also had to remove a couple of hands-on components. I think it was about 10 hands-on components that are located inside the galleries. So that sort of gives you the gist of what we had to do. I know it sounds, I know it like quickly sounds like, oh, we did it in an instant, but it was actually, there was a lot of thought and strategy going behind this. And of course, we had to think about all of our cleaning protocols. Having a gallery assistant that constantly wipes down surfaces at each gallery. Also, hand sanitizing stations located throughout the museum. And then sort of the protocol of how to get inside the museum, which is, your face masks are now required for children ages 2 and up. And then they go through a thermal scanner before they enter the museum, and then they go through a hand sanitizing bar. So that's kind of like all the stuff that we had to think about before we open. We started with our sister location, actually. We couldn't just say, hey, we're going to open now. We actually had to run our plans through the Texas governor's office before we could actually do anything. And back in May, when he basically gave all the museums a green light to open at I think it was 25% capacity, we decided that we weren't ready, because we really weren't ready. As an institution, we just knew that we hadn't really set our parameters as to how the cleaning procedures or how the experience would be. So I think it took us a while. I know a lot of museums did end up opening at 25% in May, but the Children's Museum in Houston, we basically delayed it until June. And when we dealt with that first, and then we kind of had to assess how the visitor response was, and then just the experience overall. I think that sort of gave us a model to let us know when we were going to be ready for Fort Bend, because Fort Bend is really a tenth of what the Children's Museum of Houston is in size. So it's a lot smaller. We can't get more people in, and so then that was some of the things that we had. Some of the obstacles that we had to that we were encountering during that time. Just wanted to let everybody know, hey, we have reopened. We are excited to welcome you back. Please continue to think about us as a resource to let your children's minds come out to play. But also, if they don't feel comfortable coming to us, they can connect with us on our social media pages, or if they feel like, hey, there's other ways to support us, that they can either buy a membership, buy a gift card, make a donation to the museum and the Discovery Center. Those are ways that they can continue to support us.